Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Alright, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations and peace and blessings to the elect, pushing the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Alright. Yeah, this lesson is called, is going to be called, least I myself should be a castaway. You know, because I was meditating on what this lesson should be called. And, you know, the Spirit brought me to this scripture. Alright. Excuse me for the wind. This is my first time testing this camera, you know, outside, and today's pretty windy. Alright. It's actually the solstice today. Mosai is bringing a thunderstorm to this place too. But yeah, this is just my first time testing this camera out, you know, with the wind blocking equipment. So this is from 1 Corinthians chapter 9. I'm going to start at 14. Alright, even so had the Lord ordained that they which preach the gospel should live of the gospel. Right, because that's what we're doing. You gotta practice what you preach. That's where that saying comes from. Alright. Verse 15. But I have used none of these things, neither have I written these things, that it should be done so unto me. For it were better for me to die than that any man should make my glorying void. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me, yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. So guess what? If you're not preaching the gospel of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, woe was unto you, man. Right? So this lesson is going into how a lot of brothers, man, there's, well, not brothers, a lot of niggas in GMS, they're getting cast away, man. Right? They're getting cast away. You just had a guy in our camp, this guy called Micah Allah, we used to call him Micah. You know, guess what? The Most High cast him away. You know? Demons popping up, man. Holy shit.
You have a cigarette?
No, I don't smoke. I'm doing a video. You know? So, that's nothing but Satan anyway. You know, in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Curse you out. But yeah, man, you had this guy Micah, which he was a diligent dude, man. You know, he was, any brothers in the camp from GMS Toronto can attest to this, that he was one of the most diligent brothers. I remember when he first came in, he used to study Hebrew and, you know, go into it hard, man. You know, scriptures, living it, going through tribulation. But guess what? A lot of things came up where the tribulation got too heated for him and he stopped coming to camp. And, you know, I myself, different brothers, we showed him, yo, listen, bro, just come to camp. You know, there'll be change here. You know, there'll be funds waiting for you. There'll be help. Brothers can help you out. And he's a hard-headed dude, man. So for whatever reason, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he cast him away. And the main point of this is yes, when you're preaching the word, you can be a great teacher, man. You know, because the one brother that listens to us, he came up and he said he saw him back in December, and he said, yo, man, I seen the dude, and, you know, yeah, I asked him what happened. Are you in GMS? And he gave him like that teeter-totter, you know, that maybe, you know, that bullshit wavering look. Basically, yeah, it was a wavering hand maneuver, right, gesture. And he said, what happened, you know, like, you're not on the highways anymore, whatever. And basically the dude gave him a Christian answer, which is like, oh, the Lord knows my heart. You know, that's something that a Christian would say, showing that the Most High took the oil from him. Now, you know, for me, I like the brother. We hanged out a lot, man. We've been through a lot, you know. Brothers going over each other's houses, going places, preaching the word, you know, pushing the truth. So, you know, I'm like, God damn, that's some serious shit, man. And that should make you fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai even more. Alright? Even more. You should fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai even more, man. You know? That's a very scary thing. You know, so that's another spiritual thing, because I told the brother, come down to camp, and the man never came. He said he would come, and he never came. So basically what happened, the Most High took the oil from him, you know. And you had a lot of guys. You had a guy last year, he was with us for 7 years, man, this old dude, Ibar. And guess what? The man called me one day, he said he retires. You know, he got to retire from the camp. You know, so guess what? When you retire, you ain't shit, man. That means you retire from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. You retire from the Lord if you're not pushing the truth. That's why Paul, that's what he said. For necessities laid upon me. What is necessity? Need. All right. So you need to preach this word, man. All right. You're not gonna retire from camp and then think you're pushing the truth because you're driving your car and you're debating with Rastas or you're talking to people. That's not pushing the truth, man. That is a minimal way of pushing the truth. How you're pushing the truth is when you're on the highways and byways. And guess what? When everyone, all the guys that stop going on the highways and byways, sooner or later you're just totally bugged out, man. You wax worse and worse. All right. And even though you have the truth, the Most High starts taking the truth from you, because guess what? You got hired to do a work that you backed out of. Simple as that, man. All right. For necessity is laid upon me, yea, woe, meaning destruction is unto me if I preach not the gospel. And the Lord made it demanding. He demanded it that it be made public. All right. That's what he said. Verse 17, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. Meaning, if you're out there every week pushing the truth and you love it, and it's something that you can't wait to do willingly, there's a reward. If it's against your will, you're out there with, like the apostles say, hands in your pocket, just out there. You don't even know why the fuck you're out there, right? Guess what? You're off, man, and you better check yourself before you wreck yourself, for real. All right. Verse 18. What is my reward then? Verily, that I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Mashiach without charge, that I abuse not my power in the gospel, like some guys we know, IUIC, they charge. For though I be free from all men, yet have I made myself servant unto all, that I might gain the more. And unto the Jews I became as a Jew, right? That I might gain the Jews, meaning Paul supplanted, all right, the nature of Jacob. To them that are under the law as under the law, that I might gain them that are under the law. To them that are without the law as without the law, being not without the law to the Most High, but under the law to Mashiach, that I might gain them that are without the law. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. All right. So that's like when you go on the streets, you relate to Jakes, man. You know, a Jake comes in the world, you know where he's coming from, because majority of us, we've been there. All right. But that doesn't mean we do wickedness. All right. Verse 23, and this do I for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaker thereof with you. Right. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. Meaning, it just said run all. So a guy that stops half fucking way, or really we're at the fucking end and you stop, you're a fucking bug out, man. Alright? Because it says run all. Right? So a guy that stops 3/4 of the fucking way, and says he retires, right? Or a guy that fucking just stops coming to camp, guess what? He's off, man. And Mosai's gonna jack his ass up, right? It says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we are uncorruptible. So meaning that you got dudes out there that like in the Olympics, right? They do it to get a corruptible crown, meaning that they do it to get their medals, to get their awards, all this fucking bullshit, right? We do it to get an incorruptible crown, which is the kingdom, ultimately, all right? To get out of this hell, to get out of this captivity, right? So that's what I'm saying. You have to run all, man. If you don't run all, you stop, and then you say, God knows my heart, you know that man is off. You know the Most High took that oil from him. And it don't matter how close you were with that brother, you can't bug out, man. If you bug out, then that means you're off too. Right? What do you want me to say? That means you're off too. So if you bug out because the man that you used to roll with, and you know, you like the brother and you were cool with him, but he went off. Hey, guess what? There's a lot of brothers in the truth that I knew that I was cool with, and they fell off, man. Did I bug out? No, because first of all, it's all of the Lord, man. It's all of Yahweh, by the grace of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Number two is you have to pray, man. You know, you have to pray to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that he don't bug you out. And number three really is just, yo, man, fuck it, just keep pushing. All right, he fell off. That man that you knew is dead, period, point blank, man. That's all, hey, you gotta be, that's how raw you gotta be in this truth, man. You gotta be raw. You can't be a fucking what the fuck you call it? Club scout, man. You know, a fucking choir boy. You gotta grow some cojones, you know, get some testes in you, and you gotta fucking do what you gotta do, man. You gotta push the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Simple as that, man. Alright? Verse 26. I therefore so run, not so uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth in the air. Meaning, you fight with certainty, man. You run with certainty. Alright? Whatever, hey, man, that's why this truth is deep, man. That's why this truth is fucking deep as the ocean, man. You know? You know where you're coming into it, or at least you're supposed to know. And really, you don't really know until you go through those things. And you say, fuck, this is actually true. Yeah, I'm going on the highways there. You're gonna lose your woman, brothers. You're gonna lose your car. You might be homeless. You might survive off $5 a week. Yeah, that sounds so cool. And then you fucking go through and say, oh my God, what happened? Because you're actually going through it. And going through it and talking about it is two different things, man. It's two fucking different things, and I can say that from experience because I used to say the same things, and then until I go through it, it's two different things. And through the grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I'm here talking to you about it, man. You know, and that's what you gotta do. You gotta fight through. You gotta push through it, man. You know, that's the really second part of the lesson is no matter who fucking falls, man, you gotta keep doing what you're doing, man. You thought that guy, yo, you're gonna make it in your vain ass mind, you know. Brothers are hailing him up. Yeah, he's a great teacher. What happened to him? Oh my God, how did he fall out? If he can't make it, how am I gonna make it? You got vain ass thinkers out there like that, man. It don't matter who the fuck who didn't make it. Everyone thought this guy from Texas, that Mashabala Element 7D, was gonna make it. He was the greatest, most baddest teacher in Israel, deepest dude. Mosai took him out, have him side by side with Alex Jones, bugged out, man. So guess what? It don't matter. That's why it says, judge not a man on his outward appearance, man. All right, verse 27. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, least that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. Meaning, yeah, you preach all this word and you do all this speaking and teaching, you know, and all these brothers come in, but then you be a castaway because you beat it the air. You try to make it a sprint race, but it's a fucking long distance race, man. It's an endurance race. It's not a fucking sprint race. All right, it's not a drag race. You know, you're trying to beat the air, yeah. And then you have this sense of invincibility, that nothing can touch you. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is with you. Everyone's hailing you up. That's why a lot of great fighters fall, man. They get too cocky and they start doing things that are not normal or abnormal to their training rhythm. All right, their training pattern. You know, they never used to fuck pussy 3 days before a fight, and then they start fucking pussy. And then guess what? They get knocked the fuck out, right? Or whatever training pattern that they had, you know, they start breaking that training pattern because of their sense of invincibility. Same thing with you brothers in the truth, man. Me, myself, in the truth. You can't break how you've been doing things. If you've been doing things properly, catching hell, pushing the truth, right? Doing the things, man, that you're supposed to do, don't break that rhythm. If you know that in yourself that you're not doing enough, you gotta pump it up, man. You gotta pump those numbers up. All right. And that was basically it. I don't want to really babble on. It was a quick lesson, but just something that the Spirit made me say, you know, because yeah. Hey, brother, I was close to the brother, man. Hey, I was closer with another brother too. This guy Daniela. He was the head of the camp and he fell out, man. You know, he was the head of the GMS Toronto, and the Mosai took the oil from him, took the Spirit from him, man. You know. The man never came to camp, so guess what? The Mosai took the oil from him. And he was a man of great reputation in the camp. But guess what? That doesn't mean shit, man. That doesn't mean fuck all. Being a man of reputation in the camp don't mean fuck all, man. You know? Matter of fact, let me get this one scripture. The Spirit has me meditating on it. All right, that don't mean fuck all, man. All right. This is select your titles. Yeah, this is Job 32. I'm gonna start at 21. Let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person, right? Neither let me give flattering titles unto men, right? So this is the great commander, you know. This is the head. This is the chief high priest. You know, all these titles, man. Verse 22. For I know not to give flattering titles. In so doing, my maker would soon take me away, meaning fuck you up, destroy you, all right, obliterate your ass, right? So, yeah, man. Don't matter what title a man has or what reputation. Yeah, you were close to him. You had dealings with him. You know, I live with the man too. You know, he took me under his wing and, you know, helped me a lot. That was one of the most charitable brothers I ever met in my life, man, and still know. But guess what? If the Most High took the oil from you, there's nothing I can do for you, man. Like the apostles say, they can't save you. None one of us can save any of us, man. We can't save ourselves. So what makes you think about the next man? You know? So that was the point, brothers, man. Whoever falls out of the truth in your camp, or whoever you know, and you had great dealings with them, don't let that bug you out. If that does bug you out, that means you're not a man of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Alright? So with that, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai Tamyad. You know, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Alright, blessings and peace and salutations to the elect, pushing the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I say, stay strong, brothers. You know, we're almost out of this hell. Shalom.